Hello, everyone. My name is Chad. Welcome to the Nerdsmith Mixer stream. Today, we are going to be playing Cat, the RPG by John Wick Presents. Let me introduce myself first of all. I am the game master of two podcasts on the Nerdsmith Network. I run the Chaotic Goodness podcast, which is a very comedic improv space opera actual play podcast, and the other podcast that I play is In Vain Walpurgisnacht, which is a Vampire the Masquerade V5 podcast. So I have a nice spectrum of completely goofy and extremely serious, because vampires do not smile, and hopefully this game will be somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to give it away to my fellow players here. All of us are associated with Nerdsmith in some way, so I will just take it down the line here. So Jay, why don't you tell us who you are and what you do for the network?
Hello, I am Jay. I am playing a cat named Lucky today. I am on Countless Heroes. Yeah.
All right. And Russell, who are you? What do you do?
I am the network's token British person for first and foremost. I am going to be playing a cat, Kovu, today. That's going to be fun. I am also on Countless Heroes with Jay and Heather, we'll get to. I play Finku, and that's fun. He's a rogue and a wizard, and that's fun. I also, very recently, as in last episode recently, joined Geek Thyself, a now two-person discussion show where we talk about geeky things and historical things. We've got some fun things planned, actually. We're going to do some recording of that very soon. I'm very excited. So that's what's up with me. I'm on Countless Heroes and Geek Thyself currently. And
so does that mean you have to change the name of the podcast to Geek Ourselves?
We haven't thought that far ahead.
No.
This is me just asking the hard questions. Okay. V, who are you?
Hi, everyone. My name is Shiny Kiwi, and I play as Elsa Kruger on the In Vain podcast with Chad and Tessa. I also run a... can I say that? I run a Twitch channel called Introverts Guild, and I draw and stream all week. Whenever, and you can see me talking about In Vain, you can see me talking about Nerdsmith, and I draw In Vain stuff for the podcast. And yeah, my character's name is Eve, and she's based off of my real life cat. So yeah.
All right. And Autumn.
Hello, my name is Autumn, and I'm a contributing artist and writer with Nerdsmith Family. I am playing a cat called Mirage today, and I have an art stream here on Twitch called Autumn's Artistic Evocations, and you can find fan art from various Nerdsmith shows, as well as some art from my books on Twitter, where I am La Salanta Blaze.
And last but not least, Heather, tell us who you are, what you do here, and why we're doing all of this weirdness.
Sounds good. Hi, everyone. I'm Heather. I'm one of the directors at Nerdsmith. Today, I'm going to be playing Raven the cat. And beyond that, I'm on Countless Heroes with Russell and with Jay. I play Soxy, the chitin, who is a homebrew race we created that's basically a 6-foot-tall beetle. And I'm also one of the co-hosts of Geek Thyself with Russell. Like he said, we talk about a fun, nerdy topic every week. We've covered a whole bunch of stuff. The episode we just came out with, where he joined the cast, is about Doctor Who. So if you're a Doctor Who fan, if you're a Whovian, you should go check it out.
Yes. I was set up. I was loading with Doctor Who, and now they won't let me leave.
I see. Because he's British, he knows everything about Doctor Who.
No, he just really likes Doctor Who.
I really like Doctor Who.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in terms of what we're doing here today, so all of this past week, and all of next week, we're doing a bunch of different mixers with our Nerdsmith community. So it's Nerdsmith members and friends of the network all getting together and playing a bunch of fun games. Just the other day, we had one of our audience members, Britt Knowles, run this awesome game of Tales from the Loop and things like that. We've just had all sorts of fun business going on. The reason we're doing it is part of our sub drive. So Nerdsmith doesn't ask for money in order for you guys to listen to our content. It's free for everyone. You can go find it anywhere you find podcasts, or you can watch it on our YouTube channel or listen to it on our YouTube channel, depending on what show it is. None of that is charged. It's all out there for you guys to listen to. But all of our creators are doing this because they love it. And in order to show your support for them, what you can do is get a Nerdsmith subscription. The way it works is you sign up, and monthly there's a donation that goes towards whatever creators you've chosen with your creator coins. You get a different number depending on which level you subscribe at. Our most popular is the $10 level, which gives you 2 creator coins, and you can assign them to different shows or the same show, and you can even donate directly to the network. At the $10 level, you get access to a special channel on our Discord. You get all of the bonus content, and I believe there's over 30 pieces of bonus content at this point from all the different shows on the network, and there's more coming. And then you also get half off of a Nerd Alert, which is basically a shout out on one of the shows. So like if you were watching one of our Twitch shows, you could have one of the characters that you like on the show give a shout out to your friend, your enemy, whoever you want that might be watching the show. At the $20 level, which is, $10 is our sidekick level, $20 is our champion level. At the champion level for the sub drive, if you subscribe during that or if you upgrade, you're going to get a PDF of our Nerdsmith cookbook, which is something where all of the different shows have contributed a recipe, and it's being edited by our editor-in-chef, Pip, from Countless Heroes. You also get a free Nerd Alert, and you get a special custom D20 that we're getting from Die Hard Dice. It's going to be really, really pretty. And there's also a special subscriber pin. I forgot that you get at all these levels. And then for the $35 Superstar level, you get a hard copy of the cookbook, as well as everything else from the previous levels. And then you also get a special mug. It's going to be a Nerdsmith mug. We've seen the mock-ups, and they're really awesome looking. Logan and Tessa are waiting on the demo one to arrive at their house, but everything we've seen so far looks really, really good. I'm very excited. I drink a lot of coffee and tea, so I like more mugs. And if none of those quite fit into your budget, we also have the $5 minion level, and we still love all of our minions. They're amazing. Gotta have minions when you're trying to create an empire, right? And the minions get access to a special channel on the Discord, and they still get all the bonus content, as well as, I'll double check, I think they also get the subscriber pin, but just not the special D20 and stuff. But we still love you, so we wanted to give you something. You have access to all the bonus content. And we really appreciate any support from anyone. All of that goes towards our creators making more content. Some of our creators are students, so having the donations and the money from the subscriptions helps them to get their textbooks, or to be able to not have to work as many hours at their part-time job, so that they can create the content for you all to watch and listen to. So please go check that out. It's at nerdsmith.org/subdrive is where you can find more information about all the different levels and all of the different tiers and what comes with them. And with that, I think we're good to go into game. I think I covered everything. Oh, giveaway. We have a giveaway today. Forgot one thing. If we hit enough viewers, we have a Die Hard Dice giveaway if we hit 50. And there's going to be a World Anvil giveaway in chat. So keep your eye on chat. Follow along. There'll be notifications from our friendly neighborhood Nerdsmith bot Quite Human. So keep an eye out for those, and you'll get more information. And the code for the giveaway is going to be !dogs drool, because they do, because we're cats today.
Cats rule, dogs drool.
And dogs are
right.
almost as stupid as humans. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to add before I go ahead and get started?
I'm good. Oh, I also have a YouTube channel, and I'm currently playing Vampire the Masquerade. It's great.
Nice.
Right. So we will all check that out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So to explain what this game is, we do more than play house cats. So this is Cat, the RPG created by John Wick, the same guy that does Seventh Sea, and I'm a big fan of his games. And in this game, you play house cats that are protecting your people from things that they cannot see. They're known as boggins. The way the story goes is every 1,000 years in the dream world, every creature of the world competes in a contest to see who gets to rule the dream and become the most powerful creatures in the dream. This last cycle, the cats won. The king of cats beat out all the other animals, and they have dream superiority. But as Spider-Man has told us, with great power comes great responsibility. The winner of the contest must take care of the loser, the weakest creature in the dream, and that is man. So cats are sworn to protect their people from these horrible creatures that are dream entities, but they feed off of the fear, insecurities, disgust, hatred, and anger of mankind, and they can become far too powerful if left unchecked. So, without further ado, we will go ahead and get started. So our story is going to take place in a nice home somewhere in the suburbs, somewhere in America. And in this household, there are 5 family members and 5 cats. Let's just go down the line, and I want each one of you to describe your cat, what your cat would be doing, and what human you belong to, because cats don't really have owners, they just have staff. So which family member are you bonded with? And we'll start at the beginning again with Jay.
Lucky is a sort of big, long-haired tabby cat. He's not old, but he's getting older. Is bonded to the father of the family, who's a artist. He works out of their home. He's a painter, and he paints sort of this weird, surrealist art. And Lucky spends a lot of time laying in where the sun sort of comes into the room that he works, his workroom, and will lay in the sun and sort of stretch out and just watch over his owner.
Okay. Russell.
Hello. I am playing Kovu, like I said. They are a domesticated short hair with black fur everywhere, except they have a small white patch just on their face, like sort of here, and on their feet. That's what they look like. They are bonded with the youngest member of the household, Rilla, or Ryla, however you want to say that. She is about 7 years old, very into nature, and likes to get in trouble to the dismay of Kobu. And he can be found pretty much wherever she is. So, as any other day, they are running around in their sort of garden bit, and that's where Kovu is too, making sure nothing happens.
And Shiny.
Hi. My cat, Eve, she is bonded with Madeline, who is the preteen of the household. And Madeline is a vampire LARPer, and she's part of a vampire podcast, and she doesn't understand why her owner speaks in a German accent. Kind of freaks her out. But she's always getting dressed up by Madeline in gothy clothes as well. So, and then, yeah, she's most bonded with her, and they've been inseparable ever since she was given to Madeline as a kitten. So, and Eve has the personality of a middle-aged woman who's just tired of everything.
So like a normal cat.
Yeah.
Right? Autumn.
I'll be playing Mirage. Mirage is a long-haired, russet-colored Siberian cat, and she belongs to the mother of the household, Maisha, a literature professor at the local college, and they're probably sitting down and listening to music while Maisha grades papers. Mirage believes that she is considerably better than most cats, and certainly better than humans. So she's sort of surveying the room down her nose next to her human.
And Heather.
So Raven is a long-haired black cat. She's very fluffy, but all the fluff, which might look girly, is offset by a leather collar with spikes on it. Her owner is the teenager of the household, Maria, who goes by M and gets very upset if you call her Maria. She is sort of in between her goth and witch phase, as her parents put it, because they're a little confused. So she doesn't call Raven her cat. Raven is her familiar, and she's very clear on that with everyone that asks. Raven takes it all in stride. She is a young adult cat. She was adopted recently into the household because, the teenager was going through the phase of, I want a black cat. And she tends to sort of disappear amongst all of the things that are in M's bedroom because everything is just like black. There's probably a little bit of skeleton and Dia de los Muertos type of stuff here and there, and she's got an altar started, but it's not quite fully fleshed out yet. But yeah, half the time you can't even see Raven because she just disappears amongst all of the things in the bedroom.
That's why Madeline and her get along so well, because they're both kind of gothy.
Yes.
But M is more like the chief goth, and Madeline is the goth in training, apparently. And so the parents can just see this coming, and they really hope that M grows out of the goth phase right as soon as Madeline goes into that.
Out one goth, in one goth.
Right. And they're really trying to get Ryla into, conservationism and animal husbandry and stuff like that, because they really 3 times it's just. All right, so this is a lazy weekend afternoon, and you are hanging out with your humans. Kovu. So Kovu is the name that the humans gave you, correct?
Yeah.
But the name cats know you by is Sentinel.
Yes.
Is that also correct?
Yes.
So Sentinel.
Yes, hello.
You're stalking around in the backyard with Ryla, and she is, looking at bugs, picking up cool rocks, just kind of doing her thing in nature. And you hear up in the trees, you hear the birds are singing to each other. They're nesting. It's about springtime. And you start hearing them, like the chirp starts getting louder and louder. You hear, hey, get that human away from our nest. Hey, I'm about to dive bomb.
That's not a good idea.
It's like bucking up right now. It's starting to puff its chest out, and it's starting to, get.
Kovu, Sentinel's gonna
scary, huh?
Gonna move up and just start climbing up the tree. So, nope, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
So, are you climbing the tree to get at?
Sentinel's climbing up to get onto their level.
Okay, so if you're going to climb a tree, so that's an easy task for a cat. So
yes.
The way dice rolling works here is you're going to be using your claw skill, which is a 5.
That's my best.
I don't see any. So cats also have reputations that other cats know them by. And a Sentinel's reputations involve being defender. He's a defensive, high-strung, hyperactive little cat. So nothing that indicates climbing.
Defender of friends would be, because this one has been like, I'm going to dive bomb them.
Okay, you justified that for me. So we can use your defender reputation to add to your clause. So that's 8 dice, 8d6. Now, you can argue with me about whether or not you should get bonus dice based on certain circumstances and conditions that you're in.
I feel like that's the only reasonable one. It's the fact that this bird has immediately gone to, I'm going to do something to this kid. That's like the main thing here. So that's why Sentinels immediately become like, no, this isn't happening, because they're like that.
Okay. My humans, stay away.
Right. So I think Defender should still cover that. So roll 8d6, and in this game, you just count the even numbers that you roll. Doesn't matter what the number is. You just need one even. Tell me how many.
Okay, well, I only had 66, so I'm going to roll 2 of the odd ones again, see if they become evens. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 evens total.
All right, so you only needed 1 to succeed. Now, what you can do is you can bank the 3 additional ones as style points to be used at a later time. You can use style points in the place of a dice roll, saying if you need 3 evens for something, you can just spend your style points and do it. Or you can not bank them and change something about this scene.
No, I'll save them for now.
Okay. So you scurry up the tree really quickly, and you get up on the branch with the birds, and you get all up in the bird's face, and the bird's like, whoa, I was just chilling. Why are you being all serious?
You threatened my human.
Okay. Are you going to try to intimidate this?
Yeah, it's a little intimidating. All you had to do was ask.
All right, so give me, let's see, if you're going to try to intimidate, let's see here. Give me just a fangs roll. Just flash your fangs at it.
4. Okay, I've got 4 there. So
you're a scrappy little jerk, aren't you?
That's what this cat is, yeah. That is 2 successes.
Okay, so your cat, it's a bird, so you can bank 1 style point if you'd like. And the bird just kind of backs up a little bit. It's like, whoa, okay, we cool, man, we cool.
We are cool. Now ask nicely.
Okay, could you please take your humans somewhere else on the other side of the odds so, my lady gets kind of hyperactive when, the people get close to her.
Of course. Have a good day. And Sentinel just goes down. No. We're on top of a tree. You need to give me... This is a very difficult roll to get a cat out of a tree. Okay.
So, that's also going to be claws.
Cool.
I don't think any of your reputations would add to this. So, but it's
high-strung could potentially.
Okay, so I'm just imagining a very high-strung cat trying to get out of a tree. You're going to hurt yourself.
That's fair. Because the whole point was that they're more active, but that could end up bad. I get you.
Yes.
So this is a difficult roll.
Yeah, so you need 3 evens. You can use your style points, or you can...
and it's a claws again.
Yes, it's claws or for claws.
I think for the sake of this being the scene, I will spend 3 of my style points.
Okay. So you easily get down the tree. You do it with panache, though. I mean, because you're a cat. I mean, you got to look flashy while you do it. Mm-hmm. You get halfway down the tree, and then you just leap gracefully through the air and land on your feet. And
then Sentinel
Ryla
scurries over to Rilla, and it just does the whole just come on, we're gonna go play somewhere else, and just trying to get Rilla to follow him elsewhere.
Okay.
He's just going to start jumping into sort of like the sort of the taller grass, and then jumping back out and getting Rilla to follow that way.
And any other cats that are near a second-story window would hear the bird also yell, "Yeah, that's right. You just keep walking. Yeah." But he's saying it kind of low, so Sentinel doesn't hear him. But he's like, "Yeah, that's right." He's like talking to us like, "Yeah, that's right. I told that cat what's up. Yeah."
This is why I love you, honey.
Right. All right. And so, well, whatever. Birds, they're bird brains, whatever. So let's see. So that's Sentinel. And let's see. Who would be doing, because it seems like all of your humans are just doing like their own thing, like artistry and grading papers and goth stuff and maybe reading the V5 version of Vampire the Masquerade.
Gotta catch up on that Brewhoff axe, man.
Sure. So the rest of the afternoon passes, and then it is dinner time. So the family is gathered together for the family meal. Where would the cats be? Would you be in the same room as them, just kind of like chilling out all together in the living room? What would you...
Eve would be chilling out in Madeline's room because she's more active at night than anything else. But it's starting to get to the point where she's going to get up and start doing her nightly round.
Sentinel is, as per usual, with Ryla, just underneath her chair, and sort of just like playing with their sort of with their feet as they're at the table. Still a young cat.
Raven has probably found a spot somewhere in the dining area that's like a little tiny corner she can sit in, and they basically can't see her, or at least she doesn't. Maybe they can see like the tops of her ears, but that's like it. So she's just hanging out there and watching and kind of hoping someone drops something.
Mirage would be in the shadows, as much in the shadows as she can be, possibly in the next room, but where she can kind of see them through the door, just quietly playing with her catnip mouse, hoping no one notices. She doesn't like to be seen playful.
Lucky is like shamelessly sitting behind whoever's the messiest eater, like ready to beat whoever to get to the food that drops.
Okay. So, at the table, the family they're chatting. They're all chatting with each other except for M. She's sitting at the table, not really eating much, with her cell phone, like rolling her eyes at the conversation. And they're chatting, and Ryla, she's a lot quieter than usual, Sentinel. Like, you're human. She's not, I mean, usually at dinner, she's kind of like bouncing around in her seat, like she can't wait to watch some, TV right before bedtime. But she's kind of quiet, and that's kind of weird. And let's see, Maisha, the mother of the family, she notices this. She's like, Ryla, are you okay? And Ryla, she nods a little bit, and she says, Can I sleep in your room tonight, Mom, Dad? And Maisha and Matthew look at each other, and they're like, "What, Ryla? You're a big girl now. Why do you want to sleep in our bed?" It's like, I just don't want to sleep in my room tonight. That's all. And they, have a conversation about this. And M looks over at Ryla and says, "That's because you're still a little baby, Ryla. Okay, you're just scared. Are you scared of the dark? Do you need a nightlight?" And Maisha is like, be respectful to your daughter. Oh, shit. Be respectful to your sister. Whoa, Freud was right. And M looks over at Maisha, and she says, Seriously, I mean, come on. If she's afraid of the dark, get her a nightlight. She's acting like a baby, and it's just I don't know. The screaming last night kept me up. I didn't really like it. It needs to stop. And Maisha's like, we're the parents. We get to decide. And then at this point, she kind of stands up and stomps off while muttering something like, I hate this family. And the only two people that understand me are Marilyn Manson and Silver Raven Wolf. And then walks off.
Oh.
Yeah. And Maisha has to stop and take a deep breath. Matthew leans into her and says, it's just a phase. Just remember that. And Maisha's like, honey, Ryla, how about you just sleep in your room tonight, okay? Mommy and Daddy you're getting too big to sleep in our bed, and you tend to kick a lot, and it really keeps Mommy up. So if you can at all sleep in your bed by yourself, that's fine. We have, do you want Kovu to sleep with you?
At this point, Sentinel would have already jumped into Ryla's lap and just sort of put her into her to try and calm her down as much as possible.
And so Ryla starts scratching you behind the ears, and she's like, I guess. Okay, but if I wake up in the middle of the night, can I sleep in the living room? And Maisha and Matthew look at each other, and they're like, okay, I guess that's acceptable. Just, we are going to have to get up early in the morning, so just we might wake you up. And Ryla's like, that's okay. Okay, thank you. And they go back to dinner. And time passes, and the family is getting ready for bed. Everybody's taking their showers, their baths, they're brushing their teeth, they're getting their pajamas on. Em is doing some weird kind of chant thing out of her window. I don't know. At least this time she's wearing clothes. The parents put a stop to that whole sky-clad thing.
I'm all for it.
Hail, fair moon, ruler of night, guard me and mine until the light.
Praise the sun.
Okay, and so the humans are all going to bed, and it starts getting quieter, and now it is that time of night when the cats have more time to kind of do whatever they want. So are you all getting together? What nightly thing do you all do? Because you all know each other, you're used to each other. For the newest one, the customary 425 hisses were already done, so you're all cool with each other. Let's see, Sentinel, what's going on?
Sentinel would go meet with the cats, but he wants to. Actually, no, he will meet first before doing what he was planning on doing. He'll meet first.
Okay, so what are you five doing?
I changed my mind just as I was halfway through it.
Cats can change their minds. It's okay. They do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So Eve is going to be doing her nightly round. She's going to be checking every room in the house, probably ignoring all the other cats until she's finally done. It's a nightly ritual for her, so she has to even check other people in the house and just do that, and then eventually she'll go downstairs and meet with everyone.
Okay. So if anybody else is doing anything before the meeting, that's fine, but we can just skip straight ahead to the five of you just going over the day's events if you'd like.
Lucky goes down first to get to the meeting spot, to get up on the cat scratcher, get up on the very top so no one else can get up there because he's very big. So he just kind of curls up there this is my spot.
Sentinel's fine just being low to the ground anyway. And Sentinel gets them probably second after making sure Ryla's okay. And then waits for everyone else to get there before doing what they want to do.
Yeah, Raven will come over and curl up on the arm of the couch and just wait for everyone to be there for the meeting to start.
Okay, was that everybody? Mirage, did
No.
Mirage say what she's doing?
Mirage would step into the room last. Oh, are you all
Fashionably
here
late.
finally? Of course. As always. And what
They have to
boring
wait for you.
things do all of you have to tell me about your days this time? I'm sure it was fascinating. And she elegantly flops onto the couch.
Well, I was a little worried earlier, and I wanted opinions of older cats before I did anything about it. If that's okay.
Of course,
Still
go on, dear.
A little shy around older cats because they've been in the house longer. Rilla not wanting to sleep in her room makes me feel like there might be something in there, and I didn't want to just go in by myself.
Yeah, I heard that her talking about that at dinner. It sounded like it might be something we should check out.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was just going to do it myself, but I thought maybe asking you guys might be better.
Probably for the best.
Would Eve have sensed anything in Ryla's room? Rayla's room?
Ryla. No.
Right.
Things have been really quiet in there. I mean, she was just laying in bed, holding on to her stuffed animals.
Okay. I didn't see anything.
Why am I
And-
not surprised?
Eve.
Oh, we're getting a little
Raj is
catty here.
Salty.
Eve just
Chad.
has a straight face going. She's like, did you do anything important, or did you just flaunt yourself all over the house like you do every Saturday?
Well, I did many things, darling, but I don't really report to you, so I don't think we need go over them in detail. You probably wouldn't understand.
The biggest cat eye roll in existence just happened. Like, just.
Would anyone mind going with me just to check thoroughly?
Very
mind.
well.
I'm just worried.
That's all right.
Oh, no, it's okay, Mirage. You can just stay here and lick your ass for a few minutes. And then
No.
catch up later.
I'm sure that he will need assistance from someone who has perhaps a bit more experience at actually finding things, since you, as you said, have already been past there and not heard anything. Perhaps a fresh set of eyes.
I already said I'm going. You can go too, Mirage.
I wasn't excluding you, dear.
Damn!
Raven just looks over at Sentinel because she's the other younger cat, and she's like, I don't even want to start.
It's Mirage, I'm going to give you a style point. Really bitchy role playing.
Yeah.
I like that.
You did say.
All right. So,
just-
who all is going to investigate the room? Everyone. Okay, good. So the five of you go up to the door. It's closed, but I mean, you're cats, and you can just nuzzle your way in. And the door opens, and you go in there, and you see there's Ryla. She's in bed. She's laying in there. When the door opens, she kind of like jumps up in the bed and looks at you all, sees that it's the five of you, and just relaxes. And she puts her hand down and she calls for Sentinel. She's like, Kovu, come here, Kovu.
Sentinel goes over and nuzzles.
Okay. And so she
And
actually
from
grabs
that
you.
perch on the bed, just scanning the room.
Well, you try to do that, but she actually just grabs you and puts you like in this bear hug, like she's holding on to you, and she seems like she's really scared. And
Meow.
it's kind of hard to breathe a little bit.
Meow!
That's why you shouldn't wander so close, dear.
I didn't say I had a problem with this.
Okay.
Sentinel's just going to just slowly adjust just to be able to breathe and look around the room as much as he can from where he is.
Okay, so you're looking around as best as you can. The other four of you, are you investigating or are you just kind of standing around? Okay, so I see Mirage is nodding. So if whoever is trying to search around, I need you to give me a face roll. You're going to try to be perceiving something. So if any of you have a reputation for being particularly perceptive, I need you to give me a roll with that as well. Add your reputation to your fate.
Do you want me to roll, but the difficulty's a little higher because of my position?
Yes.
Okay. I also have. Sorry. I have my perceptive skill when it's regarding Ryla. So
I have the one that's looking for danger. So basically, I think that one account.
Okay, so that's a 2. And this is a face?
Yes, face roll, because that's where your eyes are. It's your face.
That makes sense. So I'm rolling 6 with.
All 6 were even. 3 6s, 2 2s, and a.
Okay.
I got 2.
What did the rest of y'all get?
2.
I also rolled 6 evens.
I got a 2.
I got
I don't know what my face rank is though.
3 4s, 2 2s, and a 6.
All right. So Eve, your face is 5.
So 7? Was I got a
7
2?
dice. Yeah. Roll 7 d.
Raven's not going to search. My face is not my good stat. She is going to find a place to hide so that she's ready to pounce if something comes out and we have to fight it.
Roll that.
Okay. I do have the reputation, now you see me, now you don't. With
Perfect.
3 in it, so I can't remember how that works.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you take it's stealth, so that's legs, and then add that reputation to that, and that's your dice pool, and then roll all those d6.
Okay, so I get to roll 8 d6s. I got 4 successes.
Okay, great. So you hide. And all of you that were perceiving, if any of you got 3 or more, you see this. Anybody who got over 3, you can bank your style points or change something in the narrative. We'll get.
So I needed to get above 4 because I had an extra difficulty. So I still got above 4 because I got 6.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So I think only, was it 2 of you see this? You see in the darkness, there's something is moving around, and it's tiny. It's kind of like moving around in the shadows. You even hear like a little rustling of some homework papers that Ryla left in the corner. And you hear the little bit of rustling, and then it just darts under the bed.
I'm gonna start to move over to look under the bed to sort of like get down and get under.
Okay, so you do that. You look around. You see nothing under the bed, which probably means it wasn't a mouse. You're not entirely certain what that was. And those of you that did not perceive this thing, you just see Captain, which is Lucky's cat name, Captain just jumping under the bed and looking for something. It's like Lucky is hinting that he sees something.
You see something, Captain? From the shadows.
Something under the bed, maybe?
I saw it too. I'm a little stuck.
I saw it.
And Ryla, Sentinel, Ryla squeezes you a little bit tighter, and she's like, Oh, I think it's here.
Ugh.
At this point, you're doing that cat wiggle thing. You know, being
and
held in.
Tentacle's also purring into it, just as like trying to get as much contact just to calm Ryla down, just so they release Sentinel just a little bit, so he can actually do things if that's at all possible.
Okay.
Could Mirage help at all, since she has compelling gaze, to try and calm Ryla?
Yeah, you can do that. You can just stare into her eyes and try to get her to focus on
And
something
purr,
else.
like,
Sounds great.
look at me, look
Yeah.
at me. Maybe
So
loosen. Maybe she'll loosen
And
her
if
arm.
you're attracting attention to yourself, that's a coat roll. So coat plus compelling gaze.
I don't know if I can help with this or making a roll. I don't know how this game works.
Let's let Mirage do this because she needs to make herself useful somehow.
Mirage is useful.
She needs to do more than just snark, okay?
I disagree.
That is 4 evens.
Okay. So you can bank 2 if you'd like, 2 style points, or change something in the narrative. And so you just stare at Ryla and purr, and Sentinel, you're kind of like nuzzling up against her too, and it calms her down a bit. And she takes a deep breath, and she's scratching both of y'all on the head now. So Sentinel, she lets you go. You can breathe again, finally. And you're both getting little kid ear scratchies.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, Hebel.
And let's see. Captain, you were looking under the bed, right?
Yeah, I was getting down and getting under the bed.
Okay. I want you to give me a legs roll real quick.
Can Eve also attempt this?
If you were under the bed, sure.
And then I don't know what's the.
They were all odd.
What's the stats for her legs? For Eve?
Legs is
So 2 successes.
okay. So, Captain, I'm sorry, Eve, you dodge out of the way of this. Captain, you get hit. This puff of it's like blackness and like tiny little claws just kind of like jumps at you, and it's like claws go into your fur and it's biting you. You get one scar as this thing, you're not even sure what it is, like latches onto you, does a quick bite, and then jumps onto the wall. And Ryla in the bed, she looks, she goes, "Oh God, it's here, it's here, it's here." And she squeezes both you and Sentinel and Mirage are both getting the death grip from a little girl.
Sorry, this is my bad.
Yeah, it is.
And so there's this thing, this little black, tiny little thing. It almost looks like humanoid, like man shaped, just kind of like sticking to the wall, kind of like a really little scary looking Spider-Man almost. And it's on the wall and it's crawling up on the ceiling. And it's like, its voice is very tiny. It's a very little whisper, but it's, "I'm going to get you." And since it's getting a few hisses at it, it looks around and sees that there are cats in this house, and it quickly scampers away somewhere. Let me see. Actually, I want everyone who's looking at it trying to track it. Give me a face and just observation roll to try to find it. It is going to try to hide.
Can I still add my bonus to that because of the situation?
It is definitely
Yes.
dangerous. So my
Yes.
alley smarts is
Because it's my
without a
high-strung-
doubt, without a doubt, there was a boggin in.
Quick question. One of my reputations is Black Death. Like, she's a hunter, so does that help me track it at all? Okay.
Are we rolling up here even though we're trapped?
If you want to look at it, yeah, it's going to be a little more difficult.
I wanna try and track it.
Yeah.
5.
What are the stats for Eve? If I was tracked.
So face and observant. So 5, 7 dice.
Also, I didn't add it on my last one, but I do have a thing for dodging specifically. So if something comes at me, it's the tangle fur one. I got the long fur, so
Is that what that means?
yeah, it's like stuff
Okay.
gets caught and tangled in the fur instead of getting down into the cat. Yeah.
Okay, I will remember that for next time.
4 success.
Okay. So everybody who got more than 4 evens, who is that? Just Sentinel. Okay, you see it scurries, like it's on the ceiling and it's running out, and it the door that was open, it goes out the door into the house. It's out of the room.
Sentinel is gonna leap out of Ryla's grip and also say that went out the door.
And Sentinel just leads the charge, going, "It's
Yeah.
out the door!" and runs out.
Raven follows.
Mirage wriggles out and
Eve darts out.
Scoot out from under the bed, then follow.
Okay. So all of you are all of you running?
Yes.
Okay, all of you run out, and as you guys run out, you hear Ryla is yelling. She's like, "Mom! Mom! Mommy!" And you're running out, going through the house. Parents hear this. Lights start coming on. In the with the lights turning on and the humans running around. M even comes out and goes, "I was trying to meditate." You lose this thing in the chaos and the shuffle. And the parents, Maisha and Matthew, go into Ryla's room and they sit down in the bed with her just to try to calm her down. You've lost this thing. You're going to have to probably wait until things settle down and try to look for it again. But is anyone going to go check on Ryla?
Sentinel,
Yeah.
obviously. As soon as he loses that second, he's going back.
Okay.
Eve's gonna check on Madeline.
Yeah, once everything
Alright.
is settled down, I'm gonna say I'll do damage control and go back to the room with them.
Mirage would prowl the shadows to see if when it comes back after it gets quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raven's gonna go in and try to help Sentinel calm down Ryla. She's also going to dream bite. It's one of the ritual things, right?
Yes, cats have tricks. Cats have
Yes.
their own magic.
She's going to dream bite Ryla so that she's marked so that we can find her in the dream world if we need to.
So that's when you pet your cat and they give you a little bite or a scratch on the hand, they're giving you a dream bite so they can find you when you're sleeping. So the cats go in, they try to calm Ryla down. The parents are trying to calm Ryla down. Raven comes in and bites Ryla.
Sentinel's just gonna be like, I thank you. I'm not very good at the dreamy stuff yet. It's just
I got it.
I'm not very good yet.
It's fine. She's not my human, so it's okay if she's a little wary of me for a while.
And so the parents are trying to calm Ryla down, and they're like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" It's like, "I saw something's in my room. There's something under the bed. I think it's a monster." And Maisha and Matthew, they just kind of look at each other, and Maisha's just rubbing Ryla's back gently. He's like, honey, there's no such thing as monsters. I promise you that. There's nothing under your bed. There's nothing in here. Nothing here can hurt you. Mommy and Daddy are here. Everyone in this house loves you and wants to protect you. And she goes, even M? It's like, oh, most people in this house love you and want to protect you.
Meow.
And we have cats. So if there's anything under the bed, the cats
We have
are going to
5
find
cats. We're good.
There's a lot of vacuuming that goes on in this house.
Yeah.
Most of y'all are long hairs.
That's actually easier because it comes off in clumps instead of just little shed everywhere.
Eve is a long-haired half-lynx cat, so yes.
And so the child gets calmed down a little bit. They actually have to set her up in the living room in the sleeping bag on the sofa with some nice peppy music going on. And so she gets to camp out in the living room with, the kitchen light is on. So there's like a little bit of light going on there. And the family goes back to sleep after that little bit of excitement. At this point, if any of you are going to try to find that thing again, it's almost impossible. It's a very large house. It's dark. All you know is it's not, if you want to just make sure that it doesn't go anywhere near the humans, you can. And for the most part, your humans are safe that night.
Okay.
Sentinel will be, as his name states, with Ryla.
Right. Keeping guard, not sleeping at all.
Maybe one cat
Or
nap.
maybe sleeping.
Yeah, maybe one cat nap.
Maybe. Okay, and so the night passes pretty much uneventfully after that. The next day occurs. It's a Monday. The family does their things outside, whatever it is that humans do outside. Whatever it is that they do, they come back kind of like annoyed and tired, and it just doesn't seem like it's worth the time. So the five of you have the entire house to yourselves all day. So 16 of those hours y'all are sleeping, I guess. But, sleep is important because when a cat sleeps, every hour of sleep replenishes their magic. It's important. So anything that you all are doing during the day before the humans get in, or any discussions that you...
The only time Eve comes out of Madeline's room is when she just goes down to eat, drink, and use the cat box, and then she goes right back up.
Sentinel will again check Ryla's room. It's big, and we'll do it a few times during the day, even if they don't find anything.
Okay. All right, so you check. It's, nothing really much is going on. So if everyone's okay, we're just going to speed up time a bit.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. So the family comes back from school and work and whatever the hell else people do. I know Matthew is an artist and he mostly has his studio. So he's out talking about gallery type stuff, whatever it is artists do outside of the house. And the family's back. They're having their family meal at dinner. And, at this point, Maisha has like a paper in her hand. And she's like, Ryla, your teacher sent us a report that says that you're kind of not paying attention to your studies and you're kind of dozing off in class. Is this about that stuff last night? And she's like, I just know if I fall asleep, it's going to find me. And it's really hard to stay awake during the day. And it's just really, really scary. And the parents really don't know what to do with that. And, M mercifully stays silent. And Madeline doesn't say much of anything either. So at this point, there's just so Ryla is obviously in distress, and the rest of the family is kind of being affected by that. You all can just feel this. You can feel like it's just the oppressive gloom that is hitting your household right now. And more likely than not, it is at the hands of a boggin. And this will not stand. So something has to be done tonight. So the family finishes their meal. They clean up. They put on their second skin. It's kind of weird. And they go to bed. Ryla So the parents are once again insisting that Ryla stays in her room because there's no such thing as monsters, number one. And number two, nothing can hurt her. But however, they do compromise a little bit. Her door is wide open and the hallway light is on. And so Ryla seems like a little more comfortable with that. And so she lays down for bed. And the humans go off to their own rooms. They all do their own stuff and they get in bed. What are the cats doing?
Eve is listening to Madeline try and speak in a German accent, and it's something that she's never quite heard before because now she's speaking in German and she doesn't know what language it is because she's never heard German before in her life. So she's like, this is gonna be
Madeline
so
is
yeah. She's like, I can't wait to tell everyone about this. And then she leaves Madeline alone. She nuzzles out the door and then she is gonna make her rounds again before coming down.
Yeah, Raven's gonna take a look around the house and then meet up with everybody.
Okay, so you all meet in your cat totem pole situation thing again?
Sentinel will probably be there last because he doesn't leave until Ryla's actually asleep.
You will find Mirage waiting outside the door to the living room, so that because she was trying to come in last, and she gives you a mildly irritated look and walks in just after you.
I'm just
gives everyone a
worried.
mildly irritated look.
I'm just worried. Okay?
If Eve
I understand.
If Eve could clap, she'd be doing that slow clap like this. And then she'd be like, wow, you arrived on time. Congrats.
I think the cat equivalent of that is grooming yourself when somebody walks in just to show that look how much I'm not paying attention to you.
That's accurate.
I actually think I was late, so I'm sorry.
Both, I
It's
kind of like
okay.
to think that Eve and Mirage have this snark going on, but they both kind of respect each other.
Yes.
And, yeah.
But neither of them will
I
ever
respect
say
you,
it.
but I will never admit that to you.
We're frenemies.
It's like that.
And we always have to stay that way.
Sure. Okay, so the five of you are together. What's the next order of business?
We have to look for a bargain.
As much as I hate to admit it, I believe that is accurate. We have to work together on this.
It was
Agreed.
very
Have
small.
any of you ever found a bargain?
Not personally.
It's been a long time.
No.
I've seen
We
them.
do need to fix it.
Have you guys
Mhm.
have you guys ever had an owner that speaks in a weird language? I can't understand a word that my owner's saying right now.
Have you met my human?
I mean, honestly, aren't all humans a little weird?
Yeah,
I think.
but this
I think
one's
Red
being
was
weirder.
sweet.
Well, she is yours.
She does give us all treats when she can.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I think Rail is just sweet.
But you guys should hear the stuff that she's saying. It's just like really weird. I don't even understand it. I can understand your owner, Raven, but this is next level.
Even the chanting.
I think she's possessed.
The chanting's kind of nice to fall asleep to,
Maybe
actually.
it's the bargain.
She keeps
That's-
saying Fraulein over and over.
The cats are getting distracted. I love this.
That's an issue for another day, I think. That's less pressing.
Eve suddenly, she suddenly turns and then she starts pawing at lint that's on the floor. Just like completely, utterly distracted.
I mostly say we put that off because I'm not sure how to do it. Exorcism?
I'm not sure we
With
can.
There's a scream from Ryla's room.
Well, that sounds important.
We're all zooming up to Ryla's room.
Yep.
So it's like this cat train of just tearing ass down the hallway, through the carpet, just fur and fabric is flying everywhere. And then the five of you just bust into the room, and you see on the foot of Ryla's bed, I mean, Ryla is like, she's pressed up against the headboard. She's kind of scooted back a little bit. And at the foot of the bed it's man-sized now. This thing is dark blackness with like dark smoke coming out of it. And it definitely looks like some kind of shadowy man. And it's reaching out for Ryla.
Sentinel is leaping at the hand and attempting to just claw it.
All right, so give me. So you can use claws or fangs for attacks. Let's see.
I'll
I
use
see
claws
that
because that's my best.
claws is your better one. Okay, and you are a defender. So that's
Defender,
about 8
and-
dice.
Would this be hyperactive too? Because this is
You
a...
can only
Okay.
benefit from one
Okay,
reputation.
I didn't know that, but sure, that's fine. So that is still
Now
8
you-
dice. That's still 8 dice, which is really fucking
Yeah, I
good.
think you'll be.
Yes. I mean, maybe. It's up to you. Five successes total.
Okay, so it got 3 successes, but you got 2 over. So you actually get in a good scratch at its hand, and it kind of hisses at you a little bit. Over at you.
Back off,
and
Buster.
It's going to retaliate. So I need you. Are you going to dodge out of the way or continue to fight?
Continue to
Because
fight.
it's going to.
Continue
Okay.
to fight.
Okay, so I want you to give me another roll.
Yeah, Sentinel's an aggressive
just
little
it's your
cat.
claws and that 8 dice.
Okay.
Do we all attack? Is it like turns, like in D&D, or do we all attack at once?
No, you just tell me what you're doing because he acted. This is a reaction, and then I'm going to open it up to the rest of y'all.
Gotcha.
Not as good, only 3 that time.
So, with a big, meaty hand made out of darkness, it just slaps you right off the bed, and you go flying across the room, and you take 1 scar.
Okay.
All right, who else is doing what?
Uh,
All right, Autumn, you had your hand up first.
Okay.
That I saw.
Mirage would try and come at it from the side, trying to use some of her stealth to help. Because she has spectral shadow, she'd try and come at it from the darkness, hoping that it would be distracted while Sentinel's attacking.
So, are you just going to hide from it, or are you going to attack it from?
Attack from the shadows.
Okay. So, give me that reputation and add either your claws or your fangs.
It'll be close. That was only 3. In spite of all those dice.
It gets a chance to defend itself. Ooh, it actually rebuffs your advances. You actually get 1 scar for your troubles as it dodges out of the way and slaps you against the window. All right, Jay.
I'm gonna leap up. I'm not gonna attack, but I'm gonna kind of like hunch down and start loudly taunting it, like, "Stop attacking these little kittens and a little child, and fight something that's actually big." And I'm using my yowler, being very vocal to like taunt it to sort of draw the attention because I'm good at dodging.
Okay, so you're going to taunt it. So give me a roll and see if it just focuses on you then.
Which one is that?
If you're trying to get its attention, so that's coat and yowler.
Five.
All right, let's see if it is going to fall for that. Oh yeah, you just called down the thunder, Captain. So it's going to focus on you, but we have 2 other people that get to act. So Raven, what are you doing?
Raven's going to dart over near its ankles and use her ability her reputation as a tripping hazard to try to knock it down so that we have a better advantage on it.
So legs and that reputation.
Yes. And can I dream bite it at the same time? How does dream bite work? I can't remember if I have to spend points for it or not. I have a 4 in tail.
You have to use magic points every time you use a trick. So let me look that up.
Okay, because I used one the previous days, but I guess I slept, so it would have regenerated.
Right.
Okay, so legs plus tripping hazard, that's 7. Oh, that's going to be 6 successes.
All right, so that's for the trip, am I right?
Yes. That would have been a really nice damage roll on a fireball.
Oh, wow. You actually trip it. You knock it off the bed. The biting can come later because that's another action. And Eve, what are you doing?
I am actually gonna jump up on Ryla's bed and be in between her and the boggin, and she's gonna like get on. She's hunching up her back and she's hissing at it and just trying to protect Ryla in case anything happens.
So you're just standing there protecting?
Yeah, and looking at as intimidating as possible.
Okay. Okay. And so the boggin is on the ground. Sentinel and Mirage have been slapped around. You're hurt, but not. You're still in the fight. Captain is just like growling at this thing. So this boggin is realizing that it's going to get overwhelmed by cats sometime soon. So it's going to do a real quick thing. It's on the ground, so it's kind of like reaching around for just something it can use to protect itself. And it finds like a little, like those little cat toys that have like a little bell in it. It's a ball. So it takes it and it tosses it out into the hallway. And something about cats. So when the King of Cats won that contest, the Bitch Queen laid a curse upon all cat kind. It's called the Bauble Curse. So whenever something small and moving happens, you have to resist it, but you must chase it. So I need each and every one of you to give me a tail roll, just tail, and it is extremely difficult. And tell me what you got.
Can we add things to this?
No.
No.
This is a curse.
What's the tail
4.
rank for?
So for Eve, your tail is 3.
So 3 roll.
Yeah, 3 dice. You have to get 3 evens for this roll. And we'll get to that in a minute.
I think I found my damage d6s because I'm rolling a lot of 6s.
Yeah, me too. I rolled 4 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah, 4.
Do we know how many successes we need?
You need 3 for this one.
I rolled a 6, a 3, and a 4.
I'm gonna use
Okay, so did
my style points because I don't trust
Good.
my tail.
All right.
I don't trust my tail. I only get 3, and that's
You
a lot.
shouldn't. It talks about you behind your back.
Damn it! I knew it.
Right. So who got 3 or more?
Well, I got
So
3
and
myself.
everybody did. Okay. So all of you, first of all, you all run out of the room after the little ball because you're enthralled by the curse. But everyone but Eve manages to once you're out there and you start batting it around a little bit, you stop after one round and it's like, no, gotta go back. There's a boggin. And Eve just keeps going, oh, it's a ball, it's a ball.
It's a boggin. The ball is a boggin.
And while Eve is still running down the hallway, just slapping the ball around, Maisha and Matthew come running into Ryla's room as the rest of the cats. So the parents bust in, the 4 cats bust in. Ryla is up against the headboard. She's panting. She's like crying now. And they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What happened? Was it a bad dream? It's like, no, there's a man. It was in the bed. And it's the man under the bed. And it's scary. And it told me it wants to eat me. And the cats saw it too.
That doesn't make her sound less crazy.
It makes the whole thing so much more credible.
Right. So the parents, once again, they give that worried look to each other that parents did when they realized their kid might be having some issues. And Maisha, she looks over at Matthew. She's like, why don't you go make that call, okay? And Maisha, she goes and she goes to comfort Ryla. And I need, Eve, I need you to give me another tale.
I'm still playing with that ball. It was a 3-3-1.
Okay, you are still enraptured by the curse.
Man.
It's like, it's so shiny and it jingles and you gotta take it. And you grab it with your claws and you get excited and you pull it back, but it goes flying off behind you, so you have to go chase that.
Oh no. I gotta get it.
Yeah, you got to get that thing.
I need Mirage to slap me out of my senses.
Right. Give me one more.
Okay, there was a 5 and a...
Okay, so if you fail 3 times, the curse is broken. I mean, you break the curse. So you after a while, you calm down. You're like, well, that was embarrassing.
Thank God Mirage was not here to see this, and then I'm just like gonna go back upstairs.
Oh, no. So you're playing with the bauble, and when you come out of it, you find that you're in the kitchen area, and you see there's Matthew, the father of the family. He's on his cell phone, and he's calling. Is like, hey, this is Matthew Taylor calling for Dr. Ryan. Just leaving you a message. Give us a call back. I think Ryla needs an assessment or something. She's having these really bad dreams, and now she's saying the cats are attacking monsters in her room. So I think we're just going to go with the principal's recommendation and get some psychological testing done. So just give me a call back in the morning. I'll be here at the house all day. Thank you. And he hangs up.
Can Eve jump up on the counter where he is?
You're a cat.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the hell you
Can I try?
get it.
Can I try and interrupt that call? As a cat? Just being
Sure.
like- yeah.
You want to bite at him or scratch him or what?
Just, I don't know, like step over the phone and press numbers with my feet and just pretend that I'm being an adorable cat that needs to be pet and loved and cared for and whatever.
Okay, so he leaves half of that message, and you like just bat at his cell phone, and you're like, hey, and slaps it down to the ground, and you're like, play with me. And Matthew is like, oh, Tiger Lily, not now. Just, no.
Play with
Where's
me.
my phone?
Like,
You kick the phone across the kitchen under the table, and it goes under the counter, so he has to like get a flashlight and a broom and try to pull it out from under there. I like it.
yeah, she's like, love me. What are you doing?
Right. And so the rest of you, when you go running into the room, the boggin's not there. Like you look around, you look in the closet, you look under the bed, it is not there at all. Something that's a little concerning is last night, it was like this tiny little mouse-sized thing that was more scared of you. And now this thing is man-sized. This thing is becoming super powerful. And Ryla, she's very scared. She's panting, she's shaking, and it's not a pretty sight. It's very concerning.
Sentinel's gonna do what he does and try and calm it down as much as he can. But yeah.
Mirage, Lucky, how did it get so big? Or Captain, how did it get so big so quickly?
I don't know.
I haven't seen this happen before.
Is it because she's so scared?
It's possible it could be feeding on her fear. Is that what you're suggesting?
Maybe. I don't know. This is my first boggin. They didn't
It
have
can't
them at the
get much
shelter.
bigger.
Indeed.
It can't get much bigger. It wouldn't fit in the house. If it kept getting as big as it is growing, at the rate it's growing.
Just the same, well, I feel it would be stepping on Sentinel's toes a bit, particularly seeing as he is so young, and this is now a serious problem. I think that perhaps one or more of us should stay in the room with her.
Yes. I can stay. I'm very good at sniffing out danger.
So
Right now,
while you're having this conversation, Maisha actually picks up Ryla and she's carrying her into her bedroom. Because Ryla is just so shaken by this that she's gonna sleep with mommy tonight. Dad is gonna take some time finding his phone anyway. So what's Sentinel doing? Following?
No, jumping into that sort of mess, like just to be close.
Okay. So
pretty much just nuzzling right into Ryla.
Okay.
Mirage
so y'all are with her. Okay.
Except for
Right,
Eve.
So except for Eve. What is Eve doing?
She's just like sitting there and she's looking at Matthew and she's like, and then just literally just staring at him as he's trying to find his phone, and like just kind of tilts from time to time, and then as like
Matthew's looking at you while you're looking at him. He's like, I know you can't understand me, but you're a real jerk sometimes, Tiger Lily.
and just
licks herself.
Yeah, starts cleaning herself, whatever, and then wonders what's happening upstairs, and should probably tell everyone else what she saw Matthew do.
Okay, so night passes, things settle down. Eve, you can have that conversation the next day when the family is out, and there's no bogging around, oddly enough, it seems like. So it's daytime. You all have woken up from your second nap. We'll say it's after your second nap. What do y'all discuss?
We need to kill this thing.
Yes.
Well, it can't be hiding everywhere if it's that big. It needs. Is there an attic?
Is there an attic?
Sort of question. That's a question to the older cats and the DM, or the cat herder.
Well, this house does have an attic, but none of you had an experience with a boggin quite like this before. Something that starts off so small, but then grows in power so quickly and seems like it can vanish. It's very bizarre. I mean, you've heard stories of some boggins being able to escape into the dream.
Eve's gonna bring up that conversation and just be like, I saw the father talking to someone, but they weren't in the room. but he just had this thing held up to his face. I didn't know what to do.
He
so I
does
just-
that a lot.
He does that a lot.
You sure you weren't in the catnip a bit too heavily again, dear?
Well, it is
No.
420.
No. He's my human. He does that all the time. So
But he
talking
was-
about
he was-
numbers and dates and come look at the thing I'm painting. I don't know.
He brought up Riley and a
Hmm?
doctor. What's a doctor?
Ugh, the vet.
Oh, I
Ugh.
hate that.
Why?
But
Why is
a
he
vet
calling
for
the
a
vet?
human?
Why is he calling the vet?
Oh God, she's gonna get neutered.
Maybe
No.
they think she's sick.
They do
That could be
terrible
possible.
things there.
Yeah, I don't want to
They
go
do.
back.
Send me
terrible.
He starts hissing for no reason. He just starts hissing at the air, like, ah!
Sentinel's ears just droop a little. Like,
yeah. Maybe it's a vet for a person. Like Raylan.
But she's not. She's telling the truth.
But they can't see it.
They can't see the boggin.
Then we need to deal with it.
Agreed.
Yes.
And soon.
So, I haven't fought a boggin before, and she looks at Captain and Mirage. Maybe you two know. There was this older cat at the shelter before M took me home that kept telling us kittens stories about boggins that could disappear into dream, and you had to go fight them. Could that be what's happening?
Captain, you know, as an older cat in this area, there in this neighborhood, there's a cat kind of like the very, very old cat known as Old Gus. He's actually has a reputation as being a pretty fierce boggin hunter back in the day. So if you have any questions, because it seems like this is something none of y'all have dealt with, if you have any questions about a boggin you haven't seen, Old Gus might know.
We can ask Old Gus.
Old Gus.
Who's old Gus?
He hunts boggins. He knows more about them than I do. Than any of us,
So-
probably.
I've
He
heard you
doesn't
talk
have
about
an
him.
over, does he? He doesn't have an owner.
Yeah, he does. You know the house
Oh.
that he lives at because this house has a cat door. Because Sentinel needs to get outside sometime.
All right.
So if you want, you could go visit Old Gus at his.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go talk to
Okay.
Gus.
Good plan.
Are all of you?
Is Ryla still here?
No, she's at school.
Yeah, gonna go then.
I can stay and keep an eye and just run if it comes after me. I'm pretty good at running.
Go outside.
I'm the best one at hiding, so I'll just hide myself in a corner somewhere and keep an eye out.
Best.
One of the best. Okay, fine. One of the best. I blend in
Better.
with my person's room really well. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
You're doing very well, dear.
thank you.
For your
Yeah, I'm trying. She's a little different, but that's okay. I can stay here if you guys want to go look around, and I'll keep walking around the house. Because I haven't met old Gus, but I don't know the way there. Lucky knows, Captain knows the way there, so he should probably go.
I'll go with Captain.
I'll go.
Yes, I
I want
can
to get
go.
this sorted. I want to get this sorted.
All right.
Do
I
it
can
for
show
your
the way.
human.
So is everybody but Raven going?
Do you think we should leave 2 people behind just in case?
That seems reasonable. Yeah.
I'm.
I don't
pretty
want
good
to
at
leave
scrapping, so
alone.
I'll stay. I'll stay.
The youngsters have the run of the house.
I'm not sure that's the wisest plan, dear. Perhaps if you went along. I'm sure
Okay.
you'd love old Gus. I'll keep an eye. It's fine. Don't feel bad.
Okay, so
I appreciate your
don't feel
initiative.
So
Mirage just doesn't want to see old Gus because he's her ex.
Yeah.
this story just took a weird turn. All right, so Mirage and Raven are staying behind, and Captain is going to take Sentinel and Eve to see old Gus. Okay, so
Hello, sweetie.
right, so you go, Captain. You lead the other two cats. You go in the neighborhood. There's things to sniff. There's like squirrels and stuff, and because of the nature of the bubble curse, it takes a little bit of time to finally get there on track. But you get to this house. It's a couple of blocks away, and it has one of those nice big bay windows. And in the window it's like a little cushion set up, and sitting on this cushion, or laying down actually, is this very, very large male tabby. Looks very sleepy, kind of like grayish. Like, this must be old Gus, because actually, Captain, you know this is old Gus, because this is the biggest, oldest tomcat in the neighborhood. And so you jump up on the windowsill, and Gus is there. He's sleeping, and you see another cat that's in the house jumps up. It's another Tom. This one. What's his name? Logan. He goes by Logan, and he looks at you, Captain, and there's glass and everything. He kind of arches up a little bit. What do you do?
I paw at the glass, trying to wake Gus up.
Eve tries to do that too. Like,
Just
hello.
Like,
banging
it's fine,
on
I'm
the glass.
cool. Just let me
Like,
talk to
just-
Gus, I'm cool.
Patting the glass with her paw. She's like, hello, old Gus, wake up.
So Gus kind of like, he stirs a little bit, like the ears flicker, and like one eye opens a little bit, and he looks over at Logan, and Logan kind of stalks off to where the he actually motions with his head for you guys to follow. He stalks off, and on the side of the house is like a screen door. It's the full screen, and it's locked, but you can talk through it. And Logan meets you all at the screen door and says, "What do you want?" Gus says you're cool. What's
We need to talk to Gus.
I
Specifically,
need help.
about?
A bargain.
a boggin.
Oh, a boggin. Okay.
A really big boggin. Man-sized.
All right. Well, I'll let him know what you want to talk to him about. I mean, he's kind of slow, so just give us a.
Okay.
All right.
So he skitters off, and after, God, it seems like forever. I mean, I don't know. Cats don't have the greatest sense of timing. Gus just comes like slowly walking, like you can tell there's what the humans call like arthritis or something in his hips. He's just slowly kind of padding into the kitchen area, and he sits down. And this cat, it's a large cat, but he's like those sleepy cats that just looks like their eyes are always closed.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you and says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
There's a
We need help with a boggin.
A bargain, you say? Those are. Oh, well,
It's man-sized.
a man-sized bargain. Well, you bite it a
started-
lot.
It started mouse-sized, and then it became man-sized over day.
Over like
he goes to
7
sit down-
naps. It was so fast.
He goes to sit down, and he kind of, like his bones are settling. And he's okay. So tell me more about this bargain and what troubles that you're having.
He keeps going after my human, and it's stopping her sleeping, and keeps threatening to eat her. And now it's big enough that it actually looks like it could, and I'm scared.
Is humans the youngest human in our family? And the parents of her think that she's crazy. They can't see the boggin, though.
The humans are very stupid. They would think that. So she's the youngest, you say?
Yes.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
said the boggin grew to an unusual size in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
How short amount of?
Like 7
Over.
naps.
Oh, that is.
Overnight.
Hmm.
From
Yes.
being mouse sized to man sized.
Well, it sounds like a man under the bed. Is
Yes.
it
Mm.
is hiding in her
Yes.
room in the dark place?
Yeah.
Mhm. That's what Riley said.
Oh yes,
We found it under the bed first, and then the second time it was on the bed.
Yes, they feed on fear. The little girl's fear makes it strong. They're very weak when they first come into a home and they attach to a human, but fortunately, there is. I mean, just attacking it, ganging up on it, usually dispatches it, unless, well, unless the human is told that there's no such thing as monsters, then it just becomes twice as strong.
That's what they
they
were
keep
told.
doing that.
Oh.
And then
Oh.
there was the dad talking to someone who wasn't in the room and talking about her and a doctor and like it was a vet for her or something.
No. Yes, well, the only thing you can do is
Mr. Old Gus?
Paw at the screen.
yes, yes. Kibbles and bits. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh, the boggin. Yes, the
Boggin.
man under the bed. Did the parents tell her there was no such thing as money?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that happened to a family I belonged to once. I think it was little Jonathan. He had a monster under his bed. And that was just me at the time. I was just one cat. And I couldn't fight it off after that. It was my biggest regret is eventually the boggin did possess the boy and destroyed his life. Yes, there's really not much you can do once that happens. I mean, unless the child stopped being afraid of the boggin. That is how the boggin gets its powers, through fear. So if this little one was not afraid of the boggin, it would quickly lose its power.
How do we help with that?
Help with what? Who are you? Where am I?
I'm Sentinel. We haven't met before.
I'm Eve.
Oh, wait. Were you talking about the boggin?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do we
Yes.
make them not be
Right.
afraid?
Boggin. How do you make a human not afraid of a boggin? Well, you talk to it, of course.
We can't
In
talk to
dream?
Yes, in the dream, you can speak to a human. And you said that the human is young.
Yes. She sees it.
Oh, that's good. The younger ones tend to remember their dreams better. So hopefully, whatever you tell her, she will remember.
Now we just need to figure out what to tell her.
Well, I assume the three of you can put your heads together and figure that out. I need to get back to my window.
Why would putting our
Yes.
heads together work? That just seems like it's gonna hurt.
You do it very carefully,
very
sort of slightly bump.
very gently.
Yes, exactly.
And Gus just turns around and walks away.
Thank you.
Thank you!
And Logan comes up against the screen again, looks over back at Gus and says, Mo, is that everything that you need from Gus? Because, we keep kind of busy here.
Yes.
Yes.
It's everything so far.
That's all for now. Well,
All right. Well,
hopefully not.
good hunting.
Thank you. And then
And you return home.
Yeah.
All right, so you get back home through the cat door and meet up with everybody else.
I love that performance, Chad. That was amazing.
That was really good.
Yes.
Agreed.
My mother spoke very highly of that cat. Very highly of that.
Is he your
I
dad?
appreciate his.
Oh,
Nate.
darn.
We're both big tabbies, like the window. I believe it.
I wish I would have said something about Mirage, but it's too late now.
Can someone tell me how I find Ryla in her dream? I've never done that.
I've never done it before.
I know we have to mark them.
Okay, I can do that, I guess. I just feel like I want to be the one to try and help her. She might listen to me more. I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe.
With how big
Eve-
it is, it might take all of us.
I'm not sure you should go alone.
Oh, I didn't mean going alone. I just meant to be the one to talk to her in the dream.
Very
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But
you can
I've
help
never
her.
done it. I've never done it, so I've never done any magic.
None at all?
Mm-mm. No, not needed it.
Not even when you fall?
What's falling?
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Well, if you speak with her, the rest of us can be ready. Just in case.
Okay, I like this. I like this
And
plan.
if you don't want to have to bite her, I can do it. She's a
You
little
seem
wary.
very fond.
Well, she's a little wary of me and my human already. So, it doesn't matter if she avoids me, but we need her to stay near Sentinel.
I don't know
Yes.
if I have to be the one to do it though. Is that how this works?
So what could happen is if one of you has the human marked, you can all follow that cat through the dream.
Okay.
I marked her before. Do you have to remark them every single time?
It's
Oh, okay. I mean, I've already marked her once. I've marked M a couple of times.
Does the mark get stronger if you do it more often?
No, she just...
once is good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we actually sleep at night, and then go and meet her in her dream. Have you ever slept at night?
Uh,
No.
once, I think.
It's
I,
a very
I sleep in the day, like a lot.
Well,
It's a
the
very
humans aren't
strange
here.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I prefer sleeping in the day. Sunlight makes everything warm and nice.
Eve's gonna sit right next to Mirage. Just casually. Just casually.
Oh, what do you want?
Nothing. I just wanted to tell you that we met a new cat named Old Gus.
I am aware of where you were going, darling. My hearing is
Yeah.
just fine.
As Eve looks like the cat that got the canary.
And she's just gonna say this for shits and giggles. She's like, he's still infatuated with you.
Everyone is, dear.
He's really into you. Like, nothing cures his bauble curse like you do. That's what he told us. Really.
I'm not very good at this, dear.
I didn't hear any of that.
Shut up!
Thank you.
Hmm?
I'm gonna swat a bobble at
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't. I would prefer not to hear that my owner's wife's cat is infatuated with my father. This is a weird dynamic that I'm not okay with. Potentially, I don't know. I don't like any of this. Well, let's go to dreams.
Agreed.
Sentinel's just playing with a bobble.
So
I haven't done the dream thing either. Can you guys tell us how? Looks at Cat Herder.
Yeah.
So, what you should probably do, well, you're not going to find her in the dream unless she is asleep and dreaming. So, you guys can probably go to sleep now, charge up as much as you can, because I mean, you guys are cats, you're going to be sleeping all day anyway. And then you can, we can go ahead and wait until Ryla is asleep, and then you all fall asleep, and when you sleep, you're in the dream, and then you can just follow through the dream to find Ryla. Raven can follow her scent. You guys are the master of the dream. You can do this easily.
I think we should all sleep in Ryla's room when we go to sleep, in case anything comes out of her dream to attack her.
I think so too.
As much as I hate to agree with her, I believe that is a good plan.
Me too. I can hide between some of her stuffed animals. She's got a lot of them.
Good.
Get under the bed. Just be ready.
Thank you
Okay.
for agreeing to my a plan, Mirage. And then she walks off.
Well, you had to have a good one eventually, dear. The laws of averages.
I mean, can Eve just like tackle Mirage? Just like
So, there are rules for this. Cats can fight, but you only make one roll because cats do not fight to kill, they fight for dominance. So, if you want to do that, you can.
I don't want to actually hurt Mirage.
You won't hurt her. It's just
Yeah.
look up the rules.
I am so tired of this old lady shit.
In my defense, I was egged on at the start.
Okay, so fighting other cats. You just fight to prove who the better fighter is. So it's only for one round, one quick scuffle to prove dominance. Both players roll either their fangs or claws. It is your choice. Compare the number of evens. That's it.
So we roll.
Roll your fangs or your claws. So, Shiny, your fangs are 3, your claws are 4.
Okay, we're gonna use my claws, and then I take like 2 of the highest numbers.
No, you just tell me how many evens that you get. Whoever gets the most evens wins.
Then I roll 4 times.
You roll 4 dice.
2 4s.
Okay, and Mirage.
3 evens. 2 6s and
All
a
right.
4.
Mirage asserts her dominance over Eve. You go to tussle with the old lady. The old lady takes you down.
Oh.
And so Eve has to go lick her wounds in silence.
My pride. I have to go lick my pride.
Nice
What's
try,
pride?
darling.
What's pride?
Never underestimate youth and enthusiasm when it comes against age and treachery.
I'm gonna tell old Gus that you're still infatuated with him after all these years. See what he thinks.
He'll probably fall asleep again. I'm not particularly well.
Okay.
Anyway,
It's not
yeah.
like Keely.
So, with everyone's permission, since we have about an hour left in the game, do we want to speed up till bedtime?
I'm totally fine with this.
Okay. So the only reason Ryla was talked into sleeping in her own bed tonight was because all of the cats are in the room. She did see you all fight the thing, so she feels a little okay, but still, it was still a bit of a chore to get her bathed, dressed, and then put in bed. She fought it a lot. It actually got to the point where Maisha actually gave her some children's melatonin so she could start feeling sleepy. And so Ryla, she's laying in bed. She kind of stayed up. She was very fitful for a little while, kind of, jumpy. No activity from the boggin that you all have seen yet, which is strange. And eventually she falls asleep. And then you, being cats, it's like turning off a light switch. You just pass out. And you open your eyes in the dream. So the dream it's difficult to navigate usually. Like you all wake up, you're in an amusement park. It's kind of weird. But you're in front of the cotton candy machine and kids are dropping little hot dog bits and stuff. And so it's okay, I guess. But Raven, you know where Ryla is. So you start to make your way through the dream and the other cats follow. You go through over hill, over dale, through mountains and valleys, through snow, through the mines of Morir of all things. And eventually...
Meowria.
Yeah, sure. Eventually, you find Ryla. You're in a meadow, and then the next thing you know, the five of you are sitting at this big table, and there's Ryla sitting there at the head with each of you has a little teacup in front of you, and she's pouring tea for you all as you're wearing your little bonnets and aprons and frilly dresses. Even you, Sentinel, you're in the frilliest dress of them all, and she's pouring all of you tea. And she's okay. She's going, more tea, Tiger Lily?
And yeah, I'll say, yes, please.
Yes. And so it's perfectly normal. You all are having a nice conversation, sipping tea with a little girl. And she's like, oh, the crocuses sure look lovely. I don't know what a crocus is, but I saw it on TV once.
I don't know what that is either, so it's fine.
Can we actually start talking to her?
Yes.
Okay.
We're speaking to her.
Cool. How are you, Ryla? This is weird.
I'm okay. The tea is good. How are you?
Tea is very good.
How are you?
You made it, of course.
I didn't know cats drank tea.
I don't think we're supposed to, but
No, but we're in a dream, so it's fine.
It's fine. We love drinking tea. Yeah.
And also, as cats, real quick, I want to say that if there's anything about this dream that you would like to change, tell me, because you do have that.
Mirage would like to make her outfit look just slightly better than Eve's.
You don't like the pink and white polka dots?
Not my style, dear. It looks very you.
No.
So all you got to do, I believe, is spend 2 magic points. No, I'm sorry. Roll your tail, and to change something about yourself, you only need 1.
How much does it take to turn your tea into milk?
2 even.
What about tuna?
Same thing. That's changing something else.
I got exactly 1.
I rolled to change my tea to milk and got 3. Do I count that extra 1 for style?
Yes. So yes, you all change yourself. So Mirage, you look fabulous. You look way better than Eve. What was it? Raven, you changed it to tuna?
Milk.
Sorry, milk.
2, so.
And Captain was tuna, right?
Do milk.
Milk.
I was tuna.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pick it up in your paws and you just lick. And you're having a nice, pleasant conversation with Ryla. She talks about, things and that, and like her favorite TV shows, favorite movies and things, and stuff that the Johnsons are doing. You're not sure who the Johnsons are, but it's weird. And then you're having this nice tea conversation, and then all of a sudden you're on a boat. She's a pirate captain. She's standing at the prow, and the 5 of you are deckhands.
Arr, matey.
Yes, Eve has an eye. She's like, she's like trying to like get it off.
She's doing that cat thing where she's backing up all the time, even if into a wall, and she's like trying to like take it off of her face. She's like, help, 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 I can't see.
You have magic.
Why did it have to be water?
Yes,
But you love water.
Can we go somewhere not water?
You can.
Can I change it?
You can change something.
Can I change it to sand forever?
So you can completely change your surroundings, but only it's an extreme feat of will. You have to get 5 evens on a tail roll, or you can spend style points.
I'm just asking. she can like
you
move
can do
it.
that.
I'm not changing anything.
Right. Okay. So the boat's rocking, water splashing. Yes.
It's
Can
not
multiple
real,
cats
guys.
contribute to it?
No.
No. Okay. I can't even roll that high.
Cats don't do the teamwork thing very well.
That's fair.
So could you please talk to your human so we cannot be near pretend water anymore, please?
It's not
Ryla.
real.
The dream is the only thing that's real.
Ryla? Captain?
Yes. Kovu? Yes. I, Mr. Kovu.
I think
Batten down the
I see land over there. We should go there and investigate for treasure.
No, but we're sailing towards that star. Matey.
Then let's get the boat up in the sky.
Yes. Have you swabbed the poop? That's just a fun word to say. Poop.
Yes. I I have not. I will do that. And then we will fly. And
Yes.
Kovu is going to
So-
try and make the ship fly.
You're going to try to make the ship fly through the air.
Mm-hmm.
So that only needs 3.
Do I have any style point? Nope. So I get a roll of 3 for tail and see how this
to roll your
goes.
tail.
That's 3 odds.
Ship submerges. No, I'm just joking. No. Nothing happens. Nothing changes.
Sentinel, how could you?
I've never
I-
done magic.
Can I make the I'm gonna try and make the ship grow giant wings so it starts flying, like
That is
literally.
3 evens. Mm-hmm.
That's 2 4s. Okay.
You can use a style point.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you get 3, and then the ship sprouts these enormous. What type of wings?
Just regular giant white
Okay,
wings.
big swan wings, and it flaps and it starts flying through the air. And so now this pirate ship is sailing through the air, miles above the water surface. I'm not entirely certain if that's more or less scary. But whatever. You're flying through the air.
It works. I did it.
Okay.
I did it, guys.
Now that
I'm
we're
impressed.
not-
I'm impressed.
Now that we're not actively being splashed with water, Sentinel, do you want to talk?
Yeah.
You should.
Hey, Ryla.
I, Mr. Cove.
Okay, we need to have a quick chat.
Oh, is it another mute?
No mutiny today. Maybe tomorrow.
Well, speak your mind. What is it? I'm a busy captain. I do captainy things or something.
Okay. It's about the thing under the bed.
And then suddenly the entire dreamscape shifts into something dark and small, like a little closet. And all of you are standing around her, and she's like hugging her knees to her chest. She's
I'm
like,
sorry.
"What about?"
I'm sorry to mention it, but this is going to help you. Oh, this is going to help us overcome it. Okay? Do you trust me?
Yeah, I trust you.
Mhm.
You seem to know what you're talking about.
I don't, but these guys do. I'm still very young, like you, so we're still both learning. But this thing, it's only as powerful as you are scared of it. And we are going to be here to help get rid of it. The only thing we need you to do is trust us and not be scared.
I don't
you do
know. I don't know how to not be scared of him.
Okay. Guys, any help?
Raven comes over and starts rubbing her head against Ryla and purring. You've got us. We're going to fight it. We're going to make it go away.
There's 6 of us and only one of him.
But it's so scary. It wants to eat me.
And we're not
We
going to
won't
let
let
it.
it.
I'm gonna
We
rub up
stopped it
against the
last
arm.
time. We stopped it last time.
How do you not be scared of something like that?
Because if
But
I
you're
was
cats. You're afraid of everything.
if I was scared of it, then I couldn't protect you. And that's not okay, because that's my job.
We don't want you to be scared.
But it's so scary.
I know. But we can get through it.
Do you remember that movie you guys were watching, that moving thing on the big screen that you guys were watching a couple weeks ago, where they had like the monster and it kept changing forms? There were some people in robes and they had sticks they were pointing at each other.
That's a good plan. Try and think of it as something that doesn't scare you. Like, imagine it in... Well, no, not either of your sisters' clothes. Perhaps doll clothes? Don't think of your sisters. Don't do that. That won't help.
It already looks like it's wearing your sister's clothes, so that's
We
not
don't
gonna
have-
help.
Yeah,
Sticks.
I don't remember the
Make-
name of the movie thing. It was there's something to do with hair.
Oh, Harry Potter.
In a pot.
Yes,
Mm.
That's
yes,
the one.
that one.
Yeah, that's
That
the one.
sounds-
Yeah.
Make it not scary. Make it funny. And then we can deal with it actually.
If you
What if that doesn't work?
We beat it up.
Look
Beat it up.
deep into my
I-
eyes. It will work, I promise you.
But I'm just a little girl. I'm not strong. I'm not scary. I'm just Ryla.
Oh, don't be
Uh,
ridiculous. Little girls are probably the only interesting humans. I
And
mean,
Ryla,
honestly. They just get wet.
Rella, you spend every time you can outside it playing and adventuring and finding new things. Do you know how brave that makes you? To not be scared, to just explore and do things?
You're not
Or-
afraid of water.
It's more than what M does.
That's
yeah,
valid.
That's entirely true. My human is
Oh my.
very different.
Yeah, she's. Was it Dad says she has issues?
They're different from yours, yeah, but that's okay.
It's okay, and we can protect you, even though out there, in and when you're not dreaming, we're smaller than you physically. We're very powerful against this thing. And she's gonna like stomp her feet a couple of times, and I want to roll tail to make myself like jaguar sized in the dream world to try to make her feel better.
1 even. Sorry,
Okay.
I got to push to talk for this thing.
My tail's 4, so that's just roll the 4, right? I got 3 successes.
All right, you make yourself jaguar sized.
We can fight it.
But when you were fighting it in my room, it beat you.
Because your fear was feeding it, dear. If you weren't so afraid of it, it would be easier for us to take it out.
And
If I could make myself bigger, I could probably beat it.
You could
Well-
stand on your bed and make yourself look bigger.
No, I mean
Yes.
like she points over at Raven, like no, like that. If I could change myself into something that wasn't afraid or strong, that might be something.
Like what?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
do you want to be really, really big?
I mean, I'd be a lot tougher. Right.
Okay.
So, just real quick, because I think I know where your minds are going. Cats cannot alter humans in the dream. They can't change other beings.
I was gonna ask that. I was like, we can't change
Just,
a human's form.
imagine. Just close your eyes and imagine that you are looking down on us even more than you normally. And then you'll be bigger.
So she closes her eyes, like scrunches up her face a bit, and she stays like that for maybe a few seconds. And she opens her eyes and goes, "It's not working."
Just kind of look over at the other ones and like nod my head to the ground, like let's be small and like, try it again. It'll work this time.
She closes her eyes, and then are all of you going to shrink yourselves? Sure. Roll your
Yeah.
tail. I need 1 even.
Two.
2.
4.
And we bank the extras as
2.
style
2.
points, right?
Yes. So everybody who got at least 1, you succeed. If all the evens that you got over 1, you can bank it as style points. So Ryla opens up her eyes, and all of you are like really teeny tiny.
You're
She
so
look-
big.
She looks at you all, just like, "Did it work? Wow."
Yeah,
She grabs
power.
Kovu, who's like really tiny right now, and she like just pokes you with her finger. She's like, "You're so cute."
Thank you.
This is more than a little scary, actually, but it's a dream.
See, now you don't need to be afraid.
Well, I guess I could be brave. If you all said that you can fight it, right?
We can.
Of course.
We will.
Okay. Are you sure we have to fight? Can it just go away? Can we just say, what was it? What does Dora the Explorer say? It's like what's snatchy, no snatchies, or whatever.
That sounds right.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you say that, and we'll take care of everything else.
At this point, So y'all are in this dark room. I want everybody to give me a face roll right now. Just straight up face. You're occupied speaking to the.
Ooh, 3 evens.
2 evens.
3
Is
evens.
this for
No
seeking danger
successes.
or no?
Well, did everybody get 2 or more?
Is this
3
for was this for seeking danger? Because I have the thing for that.
Sure, add that.
I got 0.
Now I have more than 2.
Okay, so everybody who succeeded, it's completely dark in here, so you can't really see anything. But you hear it sounds like something is moving in the background, and it feels like it's like, you know, that stereotypical movie sound when things are slithering in the background. It's kind of like that noise. And actually, at this point, you do hear in the background some music, like the little piano key tickle in horror movies.
Like-
And it gets colder in here. And you hear a voice in the distance. It's a bit different voice than what you've heard. It's much more deeper. But it's, here I am. And Ryla shrieks. She backs up, goes, he's here. How did he find me here?
Don't worry, we've got this.
And, well, it's still dark in here. But at this point, the voice, you see like these red eyes just open up in the darkness, and they're bigger than human eyes. These things are enormous. These things look like car headlights. And Captain, you've seen those things come at you at some point, and that's not fun. That's scary. And the voice, with a low kind of throaty chuckle, says, "It's time to die." What do you do?
Pounce.
You
Yeah,
first.
Get big.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Get
Get
big, then taunt.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Raven wants to get
So
as big as the biggest thing she's ever seen, which is the minivan.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody who wants to alter your size, roll your tail. You have to have at least one.
Got 3.
I have a 2.
2.
1.
Everybody got at least 1, so you can bank the rest, the excess as style points. And all of you just want to grow. So I know Raven wants to be minivan sized. What about the rest?
I want to also be very big.
I want to be the size of the tree out front.
Okay, so all of you just turn into like these gigantic cats. And as a matter of fact, you all grow so much that the space that you're in is very confining. So you all grow, and actually this entire dark room shatters. And let's see, the dreamscape that you're in now is in outer space. You see galaxies, you see stars, you see the sun, the earth is far below you, and you're standing on a flat plane. It's like, you know, like in video games when, I think, was it like Final Fantasy VII, when like in outer space and you're just kind of like standing on a flat plane in the middle of nowhere? That's kind of where we're at now. And everything is brightly lit. And this thing that's in front of you with the giant glowing red eyes, it's still man-like. It has legs, it has arms, but sprouting out of its back is 1,000 black tentacles. And they're reaching out, they're grasping for Ryla. Ryla is frozen with fear right now. And it's just reaching out for her, but it has to get through you first. What do you do?
I'm gonna. Eva's gonna drop down next to Ryla and start telling her, like, this is your chance. This is your chance to be big like us.
Ryla shakes her head. She's like, I'm too scared. I'm too scared. I'm too scared.
We can do it. We're right next to you. And we got 6 of us, remember?
I'll try. She closes her eyes real tight and she's trying to focus through her fear.
Okay.
I'm gonna like kind of lean down and like nuzzle her to sort of try to calm her down.
Okay, so she's scratching you behind the ear, Captain. Is anyone going to fight this thing? Oh yeah, there we go. So Mirage and Sentinel, go for it. What do you?
Gonna go in with the claws, and I think I get Protector of Friends here.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
So claws or fangs plus defender. You're
die.
much bigger, so maybe you can add an extra.
An extra die. Okay.
And I will roll its thumbs and general evil.
Cool. I got 5 evens.
You deal it a glancing scratch, and it roars at you. It's, Mirage.
Okay, I'm going to do the crazy thing. I want to use Fighting Frenzy.
So
Mark off a
you
life.
sacrifice a life. You sacrifice a life, and you get extra attacks based on. Is it tail or claws?
Tail.
Tail. All right. So what's your tail?
My tail is my best, so it's 5.
So you sacrifice a life, and you get 5 actions.
Now I'm going to attack it with my claw.
All 5. Okay. So Mirage, just like a cat possessed, just jumps at it. And let's make the rolls, and then you tell me what.
The first one actually had 4 successes. Second one, 3. Four. And
You actually do a lot of damage to this thing. So why don't you describe exactly what Mirage's Fighting Frenzy looks like?
well, she's long-haired, so all her fur fluffs out. Like her tail looks twice as big and everything. And she just goes running at it and leaps into the air and goes for its face.
Like a
All
thunderclap
claws.
hacking something.
Like when you're trying to clean your cat's eye or something, and they seem to be made of claws. She's just that all over its face.
Trying to hold you away from it, and you're just yeah. Okay. So you tear into this thing, like chunks are flying out of it, like darkness, blood is just spraying all over the place. It's screaming, it's snarling. You're hissing and growling at it. Ryla just gets more scared at the sounds that are going on, and the boggin falls over and it's like twitching a little bit. You did a lot of damage to this thing.
And then Eve is like kind of like motioning her paw over. It's like, see? It can be hurt. It's nothing. It's nothing to us. We could take this thing down.
Ryla looks over at everything that's going on, and she's like, okay, okay, okay. Let's see, Eve. I want you to give me a face and observant roll. So that's 5, 6, 7 dice for you.
Who, me?
Yes.
I only have like 3. Okay. My dice.
Yes, a problem all us gamers are very familiar with. But our sponsor, Die Hard Dice, has amazing dice trays. You should check them out. dieharddice.com.
Some of that damage that I just rolled was on my Die Hard die.
Yes.
I
Die Hard
I
dice.
would have
Here at
I would
Nerdsmith,
have-
we roll with the best.
4 successes.
Nice.
So you notice this, but not quick enough to stop it. A tentacle wraps itself around Ryla's ankle and she screams. And at this point, the boggin starts to knit itself back together again. And it's just feeding off of her fear. And the blackness is actually starting to spread up Ryla's body.
Ah, that's creepy.
I'm gonna do what I did before. I'm gonna like poof up again and taunt it, like coward going after the smallest one here. Nothing to be afraid of. It's picking on the weakest one. She's very
Most
strong, but we're
delicious.
stronger.
That's not
I'm just
creepy.
gonna be like,
We're here to protect you.
Raven wants to attack the tentacle that's attached to Ryla.
Give me a roll.
Okay. And that would be so I've got the Black Death thing because she's a fighter. So would it be that plus my fangs or claws?
Yes. And you're also the size of a minivan, so add 1 to that.
Okay, so that's 4 successes.
It's somebody else's time to roll all 6s. No. Actually, you go to attack the tentacle, and the tendril, it sprouts off, it buds off other ones, and it kind of like punches you in the face and knocks you back.
Can I use style points? I don't know how that... Can you add it to your roll, or do you have to do one or the other?
You can use style points in lieu of a roll. And you can just say, I have
Okay.
8 style points, I'm going to spend them all on this one roll.
Gotcha. Okay, do I
Right,
need to
so-
dodge the attack?
No, that was kind of its dodging out of the way. It smacked you out of the way. So, let's see, Captain, you are yowling at it, so give me a roll.
So it's face and then the yowling.
Coat and yowling.
Even better.
Guys, we found the
5. Yeah, I wanted to do something different from a barbarian, so 5, 6.
All right, so you're mocking it, and you're not afraid of this thing, but Ryla is. But you're still distracting it because that's what it does. Is it wants things to fear it. So you're going to be its special plaything next turn. Let's see.
Try and get their way along for her.
Right. So it is going to try to envelop Ryla. Is anyone going to try to?
Kovu will. Sentinel
Yeah.
will.
Raven will.
So Okay, good. So Kovu first. Give me an.
So that's 9 with all these bonuses, including. Yeah, sweet. All right. 7 successes.
So you get like a big old. Did you use your claws or fangs?
Claws, always claws.
So you get like big two-fisted kind of like meaty grab into it and just pull some flesh out. It's not enveloping her. It's covering a lot of her up, but it's not completely absorbing her yet. And at this point, you can't even hear Ryla's screams yet because the darkness is kind of going up into her face. And at this point, it seems like hope might be lost, guys. Ryla's too scared. And at this point, when you're all like, you're fighting this thing, it's getting stronger, it's regenerating. All of a sudden, it kind of recoils in pain, and the tentacles kind of like snatch back away from Ryla as you see, not Ryla. It's Ryla, but it's not Ryla. She's wearing a suit. She's glowing. This is that movie she likes, Captain Marvel. She's glowing. Her hair is standing up. Her eyes are filled with cosmic fire. And she looks over at it, and she looks over at you guys and goes, I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of you. And it shrinks a little bit. The boggin shrinks a little bit. And the light, it's blinding. It's kind of like covering its eyes. And it looks at you 5. Says, "You lousy cats. I'm going to kill you all." And it lunges at Mirage.
Just try it.
Can I intercept the attack on Mirage?
Well, the Mirage is going to get a chance to defend herself, and then you can jump on it, okay? So, Mirage... It's an attack roll. Just give me a straight up attack roll if you're not going to dodge.
Is it going for Mirage or is it going for B because they taunted it?
That is a good point. You did taunt it, so fine. Change of plan. Just retcon. We'll edit this out in post. It goes towards Captain. So if you're going to attack it, I need you to give me an attack roll. If you're going to dodge it, you just give me legs. And then any kind of
the
reputation.
For reputation, because.
All right, so you're.
I'm done. So 3.
Well, it only got 2 evens, so it misses.
Okay, good.
Cotton.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Sure. It lunges at you, and its claws get tangled up in your fur, and it's pulling, but you're too big. It's not releasing. Eve, you said you wanted to.
Yeah. If they went and attacked, I was gonna try and intercept it.
All right. So give me an attack.
How many is that?
For you, that's going to be 4. Well, 5, because we're all like mini.
Five successes?
You have 5 evens?
No, not even successes.
Yeah. How many evens did you get?
Oh, I got 2 2s and 2 6.
That's 4.
4.
That's actually, yeah. You bite into it. What, did you bite into it or use your claws? You clawed it.
Yeah.
And dark blood starts spilling out of this thing. Who's
Raven's gonna
right?
attack it.
Raven.
Okay. That's gonna. Oh, holy shit. That's going to be 6 successes.
All right, it's on the ropes. Who's
Mirage will go.
all right? Go.
And she's going to attack with her claws. This time, not with the That's three.
Okay. It got the same number of evens, so it rebuffs you, but you're still on it. And Sentinel, would you like to attack as well?
Yes, I would. I would also go into
I think you
a
should.
fighting frenzy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
All right.
I don't have a great tail.
Sentinel
but-
sacrifices one of his 9 lives to go into a fighting frenzy.
So I get 3
So
attacks.
3 attacks.
With 9
Yes.
rolls. Let's see how this goes.
He has to protect his small.
Protect the small,
Must protect.
but also attack.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was 5 successes. Second one was 4 successes. And the last one was 3.
So you jump in. Well, what does this fighting frenzy look like? When Sentinel goes into a fighting frenzy, what happens?
In this sort of dream state, he kind of turns on the spot, and it's like a rake, and then a rake, and like with both like claw, very quickly.
Okay.
then
And it's like all of you attacking it. It's getting slapped around. It's getting scratched up. It's yowling in pain. It's like, no. And, Sentinel comes in with like the last couple of hits. And then Ryla just finishes it up with a double-fisted proton blast right at the boggin. And it dissipates in a flash of light.
Yay!
Awesome.
Yay.
Captain Ryla!
And she settles back down. Actually, the dream changes again, and you're in the living room of your family's home. And she settles back down from floating, and the light and the standing up hair goes away. And she looks around. She's like, "Did we beat it?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Just like we told you.
You did great.
Thanks to you.
It's-
Yeah.
I love your costume.
Very stylish.
Thank you.
you
Yeah.
did great.
Wow. Kovu, thank you. That
It wasn't just me. it
I'm
was-
not afraid anymore.
Nope.
Congrats!
Oh wow. You guys, this is Wait, am I dreaming? Is this a dream? And she vanishes.
She must have woken up.
Looks
Maybe
like
we
it.
should do the same.
Agree.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to be sure that everything.
Okay. So are you all gonna wake up as well?
Yeah.
You wake up, you're in bed with Ryla, and she's awake as well. And when you all wake up, she's petting all of you guys, and she's like nuzzling with y'all, and she picks you up, Kovu, and holds you. She's like, "I had the weirdest
Meow.
We all start meowing like meow, meow.
and she's she's petting all of you. She's like a little kid, so she's like trying to pet all of you guys at once because you all need attention. And
Eve starts doing that thing. She's like, she's doing the cat. Like,
I like to think that Eve and Mirage are doing that thing where they kind of slowly butt each other out of the way that little bit. Like, no, pet me, not her. Just back and forth.
right, and so you all get enough love, and Ryla, she's smile. This is the first time in days she's smiled. She feels more relaxed. She looks around the room. She nods to herself and she sinks. She goes back to sleep, peaceful sleep. And over the course of the next day, like she goes to school the next day, she's much more chipper in the morning. She's all excited when at breakfast time she tells her mom, "It's like, Mom, I had a dream that I was Captain Marvel and the cats helped me kill the monster under my bed." And Maisha, being an adult but trying to be supportive of her imagination, is like, "That's really good. So you see, so it's nothing to be afraid of anymore, right? Because it's gone." She's like, "Yeah, it's totally gone. It's dead. It can't hurt me at all. It's really good. You need to give all the cats treats."
Yeah.
And then at that point, all of you just show up in the kitchen like, "Treats? Somebody say treats?" And Maisha's like, okay, just she goes to the hiding place where she keeps the treats where you guys can't get to it. And she gives each of you like those little like crunchy ones. They taste like, ooh, these are salmon flavored. Nice.
Can Eve jump up on the counter and swat the bag?
And
Just-
things continue on in this household much the way that they were before. The terrible, terrible man under the bed came to haunt poor Ryla. And we will end that there. And there you go.
Woo!
That was fun.
I loved
Yay.
Oh, it was such a pure and wholesome game.
it. It was.
Yes, I can do pure and wholesome.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
What's that line from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? What you don't know about me, I can just barely fit into the ground.
Oh my god.
Yes. So thank you all for playing with me. Everyone who's watching us, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nerdsmith, subscribe. This is our subscription drive. Subscriptions will drive us. If you like seeing creative content like more of this stuff, me and these guys, donate. Keep us around. It goes towards keeping the lights on and it helps all of us. So if you like what we do, please support us now. Turn off the stream and go to nerdsmith.org/subdrive now and sign up at the $10 level. You get great stuff. If you really, really like this, sign up for the $35 level.
Keep our pets alive too.
Yes. It goes
The
towards
many
lots of cat
pets.
food.
The cat that you've been seeing around, walking around my apartment. Yeah, I need to feed her too, because she eats all the time.
Oh my God. I have 2 cats and they're both morbidly obese. I need to keep them fat and happy or they'll turn.
I also need to get her shaved because her coat is horribly knotted right now. So, yeah.
So, contests. How are things going with the drawings? What's the stuff?
Yes, there is a giveaway, but let's see. I think it looks like Logan has everything set up, so we can go ahead and do that. So last chance, guys, real quick, if you want to be entered in the giveaway for a World Anvil subscription, which I didn't talk about it earlier, but it's a 3-month Grandmaster tier, which means you have access to a bunch of the special features. And World Anvil is one of our sponsors. It's an amazing website where you can do world building, or if you are an author, you can create the world from your story. And it's also for campaign management. There's maps and there's features where you can link the different characters and how they interact with each other, all of this amazing stuff. So it's really fantastic. And if you type, it's !Dogs Drool into the chat, you have a chance to be entered to win a World Anvil subscription for 3 months at the Grandmaster tier, which means, like I said, you have access to a lot of the special features. You can sign up for free, but this is better. So one last chance to enter, and then I believe Logan's going to pull for the winner.
Yeah, so all of you that haven't entered yet, do it now. Now.
Yes.
Right now, this second.
God, I don't think they want to be bullied into entering.
No.
If they didn't want to
No.
be bullied into entering a contest, they shouldn't have been watching a stream I was doing. I'm hard but fair.
Very.
Okay, and we're rolling up the winner. Yay, Monarch 7, you won the giveaway.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Yay! Congratulations, Monarch. I loved you and the Venture Brothers. It was all right. Great. So we got the giveaway. Let's see. Anything else before we do final introductions where you can find us and say?
Well, we mentioned them earlier today, but also thank you to our other sponsor, Die Hard Dice. They make amazing, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous dice like these that I'm showing off right now, if my camera will focus.
I don't have it with me. I made a mistake.
So pretty. They
My
gorgeous,
D20s
gorgeous,
are put away.
solid metal dice.
I got a freebie at last year's PAX, so that was really
wow.
cool. Yeah, it's copper and it's really awesome. So
Yes.
if you guys are interested,
Like
Wait,
older dice.
Heather, if I'm not mistaken, don't some of our subscribers get one free Die Hard die as well as part of their
They
subscription?
do. You are correct. If you sign up at the $20 champion level, you get a D20 from Die Hard Dice, custom colors and everything. And there's more information about that at nerdsmith.org/subdrive, so you can go check that out. There's also other goodies at the different levels you can sign up for. You can get things like a cookbook, which we're putting together from all the shows. You have access to all of our bonus content, which is amazing. Lots of fun stuff that the different creators have put together for you to have access to. There's also a mug at the highest level, Superstar. And if all of the higher levels just quite aren't in the budget for you, but you still want to support the network, you can do the Minion level, which is $5 a month. And so, it's one Starbucks coffee a month. It's manageable for most people, but even if that's not workable, we still love you and appreciate all of the support you give us.
Yeah. Just telling friends about us, or if you have a favorite show on Nerdsmith, tell 2 of your friends about us. That's all we ask. You get them to
leaving
listen.
a review.
Leave reviews. Anything else? Fan art. We got In Vain got fan art for the first time last week, and it's like I'm still riding the high. This is awesome.
Our girls look bomb, man.
Yes.
They look
Yeah.
awesome.
So there's many ways to support us. It's just for these 2 weeks, we're asking if that support be financial. We understand everybody has different life circumstances, but so do we. Let's be honest here. And let's see. So after that, I guess we can just say where people can find us, and that's it, right?
Yep. And then we've got a special peek at one of our newest shows on the network right after this. So don't go away after we say goodbye, because you get to see something fun.
Oh, yes.
Wickedly fun.
Yes. I don't, with me, ask anybody on this network, there's not a whole lot of things I like, but I like this. This is great. So just to finish up then, once again, my name is Chad. You can find me on the Chaotic Goodness podcast and In Vain Valpurgisnacht. If you like the way I ran this game, you get to see 2 completely other ways of running. I have good range. You get to see all sorts of ways of me doing this. Let's see. Oh, my Twitter handle. On Twitter, you can catch me at Chadlicious. That was a name I came up with in high school. Don't judge me for it. And you can other social media type things. So that's me.
Mm-hmm. And Discord as well. We're all in the Nerdsmith Discord.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Which-
I'm also Chad in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
They warn you about me when you...
As they
Russell,
should.
who are you?
Who am I? I'm Russell. Hi. I am
That's
on
it.
Countless Heroes.
No.
Yeah, that's it. That's just it. No, I'm on Countless Heroes as Finku, like I already said. That was fun. I am now part of Geek Thyself, which is also fun. If you want to find me on Twitter and ask me questions about random things that we talk about, it's Rusty_S18. Because Rusty is just taken everywhere, so it has to have some defining feature other than that. And again, I'm in the Discord as just Rusty. Feel free to DM me, whatever. I'm chill. That's pretty much it for me.
What about you, Shiny?
I'm Shiny Kiwi, or also known as V, but I run a Twitch show called Introverts Guild, where I stream art 3 to 5 days a week, and you can usually find me streaming that at late nights, probably from like 7 to 11 o'clock at night or something. I also am a player in Vain While Bridges Knocked, and I play as Elsa, the sissy Bruja. Or the prissy Bruja. And I also play vampire on my YouTube channel, and I think it's all Shiny Kiwi. So if you find Shiny Kiwi on Twitter, I'm usually posting links of everything else that I'm doing. So it's Shiny KIIWII. Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah, I'm Jay. I'm on Countless Heroes. I play Oshin, the Furball barbarian / cleric. I am mostly on Twitter. I do art and like cosplay stuff. That's really it right now. Planning more stuff in the future.
Yes.
A lot of things in the future.
Hey, the future's bright for us. Autumn.
My name is Autumn, and you can find me in the Nerdsmith Discord. You can find me on Twitter as Lasalanta Blaze. I post a lot of art from my book series and RPG that I'm writing, and a lot of fan art from various shows on the network. And you can watch me draw things here on Twitch. All my information can be found on one of those two places, and I really enjoyed the game.
And last but not least, Director Heather.
Yes, I'm Heather. I'm one of the directors here at Nerdsmith. You can find me on Countless Heroes, the same show as Jay and Russell. I'm on there as Soxy, our chitin homebrew race paladin. I'm also on Geek Thyself with Russell, which is out every Wednesday, where we talk about a different topic every week. I'm also on Shenanigoons. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the stream. I'm also on Shenanigoons, which is every Tuesday here on Twitch from 7 to 10. And it's me and the other directors and my husband getting up to lots of shenanigans, as the name would imply. There's also some fun stuff if you make donations or tips or anything during that stream. There's different things you can do to affect what's happening to us. Some good, some bad, there's some chance to it, so we don't know what's going to happen. And yeah, you can find out more information about our subdrive at nerdsmith.org/subdrive. Please feel free to hit up our Discord. We're all there. We all chat on there pretty regularly. So if you liked any of us and want to ask us questions about our cats or talk to us more, you can find us there. And with that, I think we're ready to queue up our wickedly good preview for you.
Yeah, but before we do that, it looks like we're getting a lot of subscribers, and oh my god, they're making it rain! Oh, this thing is, damn it, it's not working. Oh, shit. Damn it! I just took my thunder. Oh, well. Fine. I guess we'll end here.
You just didn't
No
roll
money
enough
gun.
evens.
That's disappointing.
Right. So anyway, yeah, well, it's I swear to God, it's never happened to me before.
Autumn, did you
Anyway, so I guess with that, I've been Chad. This has been Nerdsmith, and I just want to remind you to protect your kitty because it protects you.
This is important.
Yes.
All right.
love your cat?
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
And don't buy bunnies for Easter.
No.